Good evening, everyone, and thank you very much for joining us, our meditation class, Enlightenment Through Meditation. As always, I would like to thank all of you who have brought your feet to our place, and all of those who have put their little fingers to turn on the computers to be able to watch. Because one thing for sure in this world is finding the path of truth or to get enlightened is a very difficult task at the level of mind. It doesn't take any time, though, to find it at the level of heart. But our hearts get so closed, so tight by the influence of mind that we sometimes feel, do we have one? I think we do. As we start opening little by little, by mercy and grace of that person, that God man, or that highly elevated soul who is able to show us our way, we start getting blessings right away. In the previous classes, I think I did mention that all of us are always radiating some sort of feelings from ourselves, which is called an aura. An aura comes from the heart. The more heart is open, the bigger the aura. So when you get in the company of a highly enlightened soul, it doesn't really matter if he has or she has to physically say something to us, because their aura has become so big that as soon as we walk into their aura, we start feeling the peace, we start feeling the love. But there is one condition, and that is that we need to be open. If we walk in like a stone, that's okay. But stone is tight. It takes a long time to penetrate. But we walk in there as a sponge who's very weak, very light, floats, has no weight, then it penetrates much faster. The arrows are coming regardless, but that is called our own receptivity. So I'm very thankful that all of you who are joining, and I'm sure you are telling your friends, because one part of love is that love gets bigger when you start spreading this love. And we all want to get our accounts bigger in love. So let's get started. Last time we were talking about one part of getting elevation in our awareness is compassion. And we talked quite a bit about compassion, the role of a teacher in compassion, how does the compassion come, what is the role of mind. It all makes a difference. So today we will talk about acceptance. Because, as I mentioned, if we are going anywhere for that matter as a stone, so our ears are closed, our eyes are closed, our mouth is closed, everything is closed, and we go to hear someone and we hear, but because all these things are closed, although we hear, but we don't hear anything. So in that case, what happens? We use these ears because they have been made to hear the any sound or noise, for that matter. This mouth has been made to say something. Eyes have been made to see something. But if our heart is closed and it's not open, and only we are operating through mind, literally we are closed. So, when does acceptance come, and really, what does it have to do with your own spiritual elevation? I think that becomes a part. And when do we say that this is the right kind of acceptance? Somebody tells us, let's go to watch a movie, and I go, I'm in acceptance. Somebody says, let's go to do a class of meditation. I have somewhere else to go. I have a birthday party to go, so I'm going to go. That's also an acceptance. There is nothing wrong with it because we say everything that is coming is in acceptance we are doing. Is that true? I guess that's the question for today. When we accept something which is called acceptance, when we accept at the level of mind, And when we know that we are accepting at the level of heart, that we will be discussing when acceptance is acceptance, how do we know it is acceptance, and when it is acceptance at the level of mind, and when it is at the level of heart. So, acceptance is really difficult to do. First of all, we need to realize what truly it means. Although, when we start our journey, like a baby, they start their journey from the very small, they keep bigger and bigger and bigger. So sometimes they are going to say, no, I don't like whatever it is, sweets or whatever. No, kids never say no to sweets, but whatever that may be. Then they become 5 year old, their likings change. 10 years old, their liking change. They become 50, 15 or 20, totally changed. And then 30 on, then responsibilities came, so they change. Now, what is happening? They are changing. They like it or dislike, they are getting into the acceptance of those and they are moving on. We cannot literally tell them when they were 5 years old they were wrong because they weren't, right? They didn't want, there was no need. They never thought that they should like or dislike. They were ignorant. They didn't know. Then the development came, and at 10 years old, they started to use something, and then they decided from there. But if you look at this whole journey, they are physically growing and traditionally. It does not, these things, whatever we are discussing in these classes, always have exceptions. And nothing goes wrong. Nothing is ever wrong because the whole creation is running under precision. So going back to 5 year old to 10 year old to 15 year old, they are growing at the level of physical body. Along with physical body is their mind. And then our environment, our family, our relatives, our friends, they are all teaching us, right? This is how you need to grow. This is how you need to grow. This is good. This is not good. So, and there, at the level of mind, there is acceptance. Because to a certain level, we do trust them. So our mind is growing, our body is growing, and we are getting into acceptance. And we thought this is what acceptance all means, right? They told me to do something, I did something, this is my benefit, this is, I should buy the property, I should sell the property, I should invest in, and this is all happening in acceptance. Well, when it comes to spirituality, that acceptance is not considered at all as acceptance of anything because that is the development of mind. The heart is the little bit thing inside that has not even opened up. And when does it open up? It does open up even in that form of life when it is going 5, 10, 15, and 20. When the teacher says something, you can never do something in your life. When we come back, then there is a pain. There is no way you can see the pain. Nobody sees it, right? The kid is also growing, or whoever is growing in their life, they are moving. But there is the pain, and sometimes the tears are coming. That is the heart that got penetrated at that time, which is showing the existence. Because we are living, our minds are functioning, we take it for granted that they should be working. Mind should be working, right? It's taken for granted. We don't know how it is working. Whatever cellular, subcellular mechanisms are going on, there are electrons, there are protons, they are moving, they are giving resonance to each organ differently. There is a detoxification happening, nutrients are going, everything is happening. We don't care about all that. So when this child comes and feels the pain, he cannot express or she cannot express, but we feel that there is something beyond this body, the feeling, the first time they feel. Then something else happened, parent happened, brother sisters fight, or this happened, so it moves on. And then comes a time where you start getting into the other phase. What is that phase? You start dating. Now you're getting involved more in life, and the heart portion is opening bigger and bigger, still under the influence of mind. because mind teaches us, this is attractive, this is not attractive. We are still operating under the nine openings, eyes and all that, which take us outside. So it is developing, and there also. But what happens at that step? At that step, we realize love a little bit more. It is still under the level of attachment, lust, greed, vanity. We look pretty, we go attractive, we want to get, still under the influence of mind. But there is a little feeling of love. If somebody we want to see cannot see for a few days, the tears are coming. If you have a husband or wife you haven't seen for a long time and you like, the tears are coming. So we realize that there is a heart, but we haven't found anyone that who can teach us, yeah, there is ocean of that love within you. We try to find that love outside. We go to this person we don't like, we leave them alone. We go to other person, we leave them alone. Then we go to relative, we leave them alone. Wherever the minds come in the beginning, it's great, it's lovely. But as the time passes, likes, dislikes, do this, don't do this, restriction, release, it is so much that we get confused. Then it leads to anger, anger leads to separation. We are going back to square one where we are empty and we don't feel. At that time, also, our heart is hurting. And when our heart is hurting, we again feel there is something. So now, if you can say this is all happening under acceptance and we are accepting it, but in reality, we are doing everything still at the level of mind. There is nothing, no one has touched our heart yet. And at that point, if you are lucky or something, you may end up finding somebody that will sit with you and say, you know what, tell me what's going on. Nothing else, no judgment. I don't care. Just tell me. I'm here to listen to you, and I love you now. I would love you later. There is no judgment attached to you, and that's it, and we'll forget about it. Let it all come out. We really love that person. We really do. And then we feel there is a connection with that person. Before that, we never felt the connection. We saw so many people while we were dating. We saw so many relatives when we were growing up. We saw so many friends. We could go out, but we couldn't feel that connection. But with this person, we could feel the connection. And still, it is at the level of mind. Maybe he's very developed. Maybe he's a psychologist. Maybe whatever he is. But we felt that there was a connection and we felt good. And sometimes we are really blessed when we find a person whom, after when we converse and we talk to them, we even feel better. That is rare. Sometimes we feel, man, I don't know, I open myself up and I don't know how that person will use me, because there is no trust developed in us. All those virtuous qualities, love, trust, happiness, kindness, compassion, they are still hidden. So what is it? All our heart, I don't know if you guys can see, but I made a very pretty heart here. So this is our heart, but it's taken by rounds and rounds and rounds of layers of clothing, black clothing. So this little heart does have a light, but it is looking like either 0 watt or minus 100 watt, you may call it. Because when you look from outside, it looks dark. And in reality, we start feeling that we are that darkness. And if we are that darkness, I'm sure that all of us have heard the word depression. It takes us to that depression because we don't see any light. So when we do find that person, there is a connection. And what is happening at that point? We are accepting that person at the mind level, and we getting into a little bit of acceptance, which is good because that is the first step. And it may sound hard also, but sometimes for enlightenment, there is always a path. I mentioned that there is really nothing that is happening. And this is also a journey everybody goes. But when sometimes we are passing through really the tough time, that hurt is too much. when that hurt or pain is too much, our yearning becomes too much. When the yearning is too much, you can feel the feeling just increases. Try it and you will know what I mean. Because it is not a sweet that can be given and you can taste it, you know. You had to literally go through path. I had to go through that path. Everybody of us, we need to experience for ourselves. So in that case, now we are accepting that person who may be at the level of mind but is hearing us. So we are making a bond, we are making a connection with that person. Making that connection makes us feel good. First time we feel good, and first time we feel that maybe if we accept this person, we think in our minds, if we accept this person and follow the guidelines, because we have made the trust, maybe we can get out of this big black layer of clothing around us, get out of this depression or our aura that has even shrunken into smaller than what we are. That is the first step of acceptance, and we are strictly talking at the level of mind right now. So you can imagine this is happening when we have found somebody strictly as a person we can trust. Then what happens that if our yearning is to find spirituality or the path to meet with that higher self which is within us, that attracts us to someone who has gone through this path. Because remember, whatever it may be, wherever we go, we take our minds with us. However we want, we have this balance, always weighing balance with us. Even we want to go to see a person who's totally, like everybody has told us that he or she is very spiritually elevated, we will take our weighing balance with us and we are going to say, we want to test this person. We want to see if he knows what we are thinking. We want to do this. We want to do this. Why? Because we take our minds. And heart and mind, it's like fish in the water and camel in the desert. Their characters are totally different. Fish is in the water, it can survive only in water. You tell fish, desert is beautiful. Fish can care less. It takes its mouth out, it starts to die. You tell camel, water is beautiful. It's good. Camel doesn't care. It likes the desert. So that's what happens with mind and heart. So when with the mind we accept someone at a level that our mind is convinced, that's good. But when we take the same mind to take to a person who is spiritually elevated and we are trying to judge them or trying to see where they stand, more than anything else, maybe we have no malign thinking in our minds. We just want to know if we can trust this person. But what happens when you go to a person who's spiritually elevated, because their heart has become such a big love that their arrows are shooting and their aura has become way too bigger. And believe me, this we have to experience. This cannot be explained. So what happens when we walk into that aura or their radiation, loving vibration? First, we start to feel good. We just feel like this is a good place to be. The vibes are good. I feel good. And then the other thing that generally happens, if we take the receptivity again, if we are too like a stone, it's difficult. But if we take the receptivity, what will happen? That when there is a talk or we want to spend some time, without us asking, we will feel that this person is talking to us. We don't know, we didn't think that we needed to ask, but man, that was a question in my mind and he's or she's answering that question. So that what it does, it builds trust again. But what happens here, there is a little bit of difference. When we were talking to the other person, we were telling him literally, this happened to me and this happened to me and this, and he heard and he built, his trust and he talked and evaluated and helped us. Whereas when we get to this acceptance into the spiritual field, I may call it, at that time, what is happening that without us talking, we are getting the answers.